Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Dennis here. So today I want to dedicate a 5-10 minute video to talking about the new product update customer agent yesterday obtained, which is the library of actions. It's currently in private beta, okay? So that means that it's still not available to everybody. We're currently testing it internally, but once you request the beta, you get access to it. You're going to view this actions library page. So here, what can we do? I'm just going to talk about the updates of seeing the possible actions and the use cases that I see could be achieved with these sets of actions. So first and most important, native connection with Shopify. This was something that Outh was blocking us in the past. Our product team has developed that. Let's say somebody wants to understand what's the order status. So they could go here, hey, could you check my status? Yes, this is your order and it's currently fulfilled. Super easy and native setup. How do you set up that? So if I go back into here, basically you're going to create your action. You're going to tell it description, look at a Shopify order. These are the trigger phrases. So when somebody types this or similar semantically, it's going to activate the action. Of course, I do not have the action. And then here, the only input is, okay, give me your order ID. So then, as you can see, if I scroll below, it's going to basically give the order details. We could even use any outputs, like for example, order status, order ID, or maybe product name or product value. So it is returned in our response. So as you can see, very, very simple setup where you give it a name, you decide any protection layer. For example, I want to send an email verification to that customer's email because I do not want to give anybody that information in case somebody stole the order ID. And then from here, you'll give them the ability to request that order. So first, very clear use case that we have is interacting with Shopify. Search for products. Maybe I just want product recommendations. I can do this as well. Other actions, enrolling in workflows directly. You got two options, enroll visitor in a workflow and enroll ticket in a workflow. Best example for enroll visitor in a workflow. I'm not receiving your emails. I want to subscribe. Perfect. You can have a workflow, subscribe a person, or perhaps, hey, could you reach out to my contract manager so he gives me a call? Sure. Workflow activated. I create a task for your contract manager to call you back. That's it. We've been able to liberate a lot of time from support with these quick actions and quick questions that are very, very time consuming. If we continue, what other actions do we have? Well, first of all, finding associated CRM objects. Let's say the person wants to know about their ticket, or maybe you have a custom object. Maybe you're storing shipments, or maybe you want to understand, for example, information about a specific course you're studying. So that means we could go into here and we could tell it, hey, can you show me my university course? Sure. So what object do I want to find? So it could be course. Of course, I don't have that at the moment. This is just an example. But imagine it obtains the course, it finds the association path, and then it gives me results. Maybe I can get my course end date. Maybe I can get my course exam date. So there's a lot of information that the agent will be able to retrieve from that specific object. For me, this one is probably one of the less viral ones, but very, very impactful as it gives us great flexibility in terms of creating automations. And then other, for example, other actions like collect ticket properties. Imagine the customer agent has identified a bug. A bug needs to be escalated to the product team. I envision this asking, okay, please give me the bug screenshot. Please give me the error ID. And it's going to collect all those informations to then give the ticket to the dev team so they can work on it. So here we could go, like to update my ticket, the issues with my login, sure. And here it even allows you, it's even allowing, it's providing this details, and then it'll allow you, it will allow you to update those properties as we can see here. And last but not least, create a note. So this one seems pretty simple, but at the end of the day, you could create notes to maybe ping the CSM on a specific conversation that happened. As you can see, hey, I want my CSM to be aware of this. Please leave a note for the manager. So the agent will be able to do that. And in case you didn't know, prospecting agent has context of the conversations and of the notes. So if you want to maybe renewal is coming up and they will leave a note for the contract manager, and then the contract manager is going to send a sequence of emails, and you're basically automating those emails for your one-to-many customers. So let's say all those customers that are low tiers, but they're valuable to you, and you still want to give them that personalized service. So you can connect the prospecting agent to react to these notes and then send them a personalized sequence that is taking into account all the context that happened in this conversation. So as I said, 5-10 minute video. Hopefully this is going to open a lot of ideas and use cases that will be valuable for you and your business. So if you maybe have any idea and you're curious to understand if your use case could be covered, please type it down in the comments so I can just check it out and review if it would be possible. And if I'm not sure, I'll be happy to ask internally to see how we can make your use case possible. So hope you're as excited as I am with this new update and looking forward for this to be in public beta ASAP.